Okay, so yeah, I was just saying thank you for your honesty, Silas, because otherwise, we usually think that when we are not being honest with people, we are hurting them. We're hurting ourselves because that dishonesty is coming from inside. Whosoever is being dishonest is not coming from outside of them. You see what I'm saying? So let us, and it helps to be on time or to be where you say you be or to move. It increases indiscipline when we don't do what we're supposed to do, when we are supposed to do it. I would rather someone says, I don't want to do this again because it's your life, it's your time. I'm not interested. Don't ever feel you have to be here. I've got to mute it here. Put your price on whatever you want, how you want it, and deliver 110, 400% of whatever it is you're going to deliver. The other part of it for us who live in Nigeria is we don't deliver at the level at which we lie, we cheat, we just give a bit of it, we don't give all of it. What's all that? And then we think we will thrive? We won't. The same Proverbs 11 was talking about people who, because I've told you all to read the book of Proverbs every day. You should do it. You will get wiser. So, and if you can't sit still and read it, if when I send videos and stuff, if you want to listen to it faster, I learned this. In the settings, you don't have to listen to it at normal speed. Both on YouTube, on WhatsApp, on wherever it is, you can, who is that? You can listen to it. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for being here. You can listen to whatever you want at a greater speed. The slower the person speaks, the faster you can make the speed of listen. So if it's 16 minutes long, 1 hour long, you don't have to sit down there for 1 hour. You can increase the speed, but the faster people like me, if they speak fast, then when you increase the speed, it's going to be and you won't understand it. So sometimes I can't increase the speed beyond 1.25 speed. 1.5, I won't hear anything. So I do that even when I listen to the Bible, I increase the speed. Today I listened twice because the first time was fast. That was 1.5. So I said, oh, the guy must talk very fast. So I put it at 1.25 and I could hear it because I don't want to play with the things I listen to. I want to hear it, understand. Okay, so today is our conversation day, our Q&A. I know people tell me about my voice. Well, not my voice, what I say. There's something going on in their head. They keep hearing my voice. But opportunity to rest must come. So let's use Q&A where I am not talking so much. It's amazing. Cuts the time for listening. Yes, you are right, Genikachi. So please, if ever I say on here that I want to see you or I'm going to call you, I may have forgotten or for me, it's top of mind, not only when I tell you, but with people I work with, it's crazy noisy here. Where are you, Tega? So can you not go to a quiet place? And do you not have headphones? Please come back to me, send me a message or simply call me just to not remind me necessarily, but to say, hey, you wanted to say something to me. So let's go about with our Q&A. We looked at chapter 3. We're looking at thoughts and health. And go on. I have one thing I want to share, but knowing me, you just go on. So let's get into Q&A first. I will wait for the first question. It doesn't have to be about chapter 3. It could be any question, as long as it's about how we think. But it doesn't really matter how people ask questions. It's going to always be about how it always starts with a thought. So that's what I do. So we will start with that. We will come with that response. All right. So let's go.
Zainab,
Question.
hey, ma'am. Good afternoon,
Hi,
everyone.
Zainab. How are you doing?
Very well. Coach gave me, thank you. Yes.
Welcome.
Okay, so my question, quick one. Yes, it's actually the tail end of chapter.
Where are you? You've gone away. We cannot hear you. Can anybody hear Zainab, or is it me? Can you please type if you can hear what I'm saying? Oh, my network is fine. You can't hear her either. Okay, so, okay, okay. Zainab, we cannot hear you if you can hear us. Oh, I don't think she knows. How do we reach her now? Okay, her network was dancing Palongo. All right. Anybody with a question? You know, it's faster to unmute and say something rather than type. But if you are typing, it's okay. It's okay. So I guess Zainab will come back. So always come ready to ask questions so we don't have this. We are not saying it. Like my ex-husband used to say, we had somebody in our midst, and anytime he asked him to preach, he had these long pauses. And you know, Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. So my ex-husband used to say that when he preaches, that person preaches, that a slow train is passing. It's, uh, then when the train passes, hey, so what? And when he has a long pause, he's looking at everybody. Just used to crack me up. So nobody else has a question. Okay. I guess you ain't reading the book.
Good afternoon, Ma. I actually have a question. Good afternoon, everyone.
Oh, hello, Radike. Hi. Go ahead, please.
All right. So I went through the article you sent to the group earlier this morning,
Oh, yeah.
and something stuck out to me. And it,
Okay.
and in the article, she said, science and spirituality are often the same thing at different points on a spectrum. They both seek to go beyond what we understand in the moment. So I would like you to help me break that down.
One
Because
way
it
to
seems like,
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Finish. Yeah.
I'll sorry, sir, button, but it doesn't look like they are the same thing. It looks like they are opposing each other. So I'd like you to help me break that down.
Okay. When you say they oppose each other, what information do you have that proves that to you?
Oh, well, it seems like I won't say I've really done research on it, but just um by observation, it seems like spirituality tends to negate science and vice versa. That's what
Okay.
it seems to me.
Okay. So it seems like spirituality tends to negate science. Um, I guess that's based on what you know about spirituality. So it's before you make those kind of statements, do some research, okay? Do some research, find out if what you are saying is true. Search. So they say research this same guy. Another thing you should do when you after you read the article, go and listen to that podcast. It is so engaging. You will learn so much, and it will help you see spirituality and science are two sides of the same coin indeed. So I think one of the easiest ways to agree that spirituality and science are the same is because God made science. Let that sink. He made the sun, science. He made the body, science. We're all finding out what has already been there. It has been misconstrued. So, like you, I used to think, no, science and spirituality are two different things. No, they are not. They are the same. In fact, there can be no science without spirituality. Wow, I like that. I like that. There can be no science without spirituality. So, spirituality, in terms of God is spirit and he made everything we see and don't see. Colossians 1:16, that everything was made by him, both the visible and the invisible. How does a being make something invisible? Hello. Now that's the height of intelligence, because we don't make invisible things, do we? But we do when we imagine. That's why it's important to imagine right, not wrong. But I've found also that if you don't know the truth, because whatever you are imagining, meaning thinking or meditating on, whatever it is you are doing with your thoughts, it is no, I was about to say something. I found, yeah, it's a function of some kind of truth or some kind of lie. So when I think it's the book of Colossians that says, let the word of God dwell in you richly in all wisdom and spiritual understanding, not physical understanding, not men, human understanding, spiritual. You must understand things spiritually. You can't look at things and say, oh, look at this contraption. Can you see it? Look at this contraption. It is just a phone stand. So, yeah, it's just, no. This contraption was made in somebody's imagination. Every house was built in somebody's imagination. It never existed before. Some Nollywood movies, I see the stairwell with some lights just underneath each step. So as soon as you start to climb, all the lights just go on. I'm sure that's common now wherever, but there are some things that are innovative that have not been done before. It came up in somebody's imagination. That person's imagination was created by God, Spirit. Am I yet making sense?
Yes, Ma, you're making sense.
All right. So what do you think now?
What I think now is that um I I understand what you mean now, because God actually made science, and they can all the things God made is what we are studying as science now.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Ma, one more thing, please. I went to the link of the podcast, but it's on Spotify, and they didn't label the podcast. So it's just titles, and I didn't know which one was the episode 270.
I think as soon as you tap on that particular link where she wrote podcast, that pops up in blue, it goes to the exact podcast. It's the first one, not the list. It's the first one where it has the play button. It's not below it because there's a list of other podcasts, but
Mm.
it's the first one, the very first one that shows up.
All right. All right.
Yeah. And
Thank you
and
very much.
I think that doctor's name Tanzi. I think his name, not I think it is there. A
Yes,
conversation
fine.
with Dr. Tanzi or so. Oh, I love his research. Dr. Caroline Leaf, she was the first person I I learned from her book, who switched off my brain. She has been my constant guru forever. She's Caucasian, South African. And I think she has now moved with her family to the States. And that's all she teaches. Because when she said she was going to, she's a medical doctor, but when she said she was going to find out that is it true that our brains, because she was taught that you cannot develop your brain any that from a certain age, that's how your brain is. And that was what medical science believed. Um, but no, they're believing differently. Yeah, some, not all. Some are still arguing. So have you seen what Silas wrote, Radike? I think she's trying to refer to some theoretical beliefs, scientific beliefs that goes against our spiritual beliefs. For example, humans evolved from apes. Is that what you are pointing at, Radike?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Did we evolve from apes?
No, we did not. We
So
were created.
yeah. I don't consider, I don't like the Big Bang and the carbon.
No.
There are some things you should not allow to enter, occupy spaces in your mind. That you guard your heart, guard it. And that word guard or keep, each time it comes up in the Hebrew as hedge about with thorns. Hedge it. First of all, put a hedge about your heart. Then put thorns, like we do with some gates here in Nigeria, where they put spikes or glass on walls so that if anybody wants to come in, they're going to get injured or they have to break off the glass. Hedge your heart about with thorns because there's all kinds of stupid information that's out there, and you are not meant to engage in that kind of information. Sorry, I'm just wondering what my fan is doing. Excuse me. Sorry. Um, yeah, it's not all the information that comes up that like some people like me, if I go on Instagram, if somebody puts a link somewhere in one of the groups I'm at, I'll go and check. And then I now go to the comments. What did this one say? What did this one say? Oh, I go to the comments to learn a bit more. But, or if it's exceedingly funny, I like to laugh because laughter is medicine. So it's one of the ways I got through the divorce, the marriage change, children, all that stuff. So I learned to laugh a lot. So if I see something to laugh at, I laugh. I just laugh with reckless abandon because it's medicine for me. And I mean it. I'm not laughing whether it's funny or not. If it's funny, I laugh. And I started noticing that there are some stupid comments, just stupid comments. If I watch a Nollywood movie on YouTube, I will go to the comments to either leave one myself if I thought this was amazing. In fact, if I want to watch something on Netflix like yesterday, I choose what I want to watch. And once I see the genre, and there is 18 plus, 16 plus, if there's nudity, sex, I just don't watch it. Or if it's in another language aside from English, but you can see the subtitles and they have done a voiceover, and I'm looking at the lips and it's not what they're saying, that the lips don't form it. I don't like it. So I shut it. All those things I just shut them down. Why do I want to watch? Why do I want to occupy my mind with nonsense? And so everybody says, oh, there's too much social media. For sure, somebody else is going to create another platform after Threads, and it's going to be something. I've not joined Threads. I refuse to join Threads. I have more than enough. And I don't use all the one. I don't use Twitter. I don't use Twitter. People keep saying, oh, it's happening on Twitter. Let it come and happen where I am. It all starts with a thought. So otherwise, you will get into business and you think, because I didn't write here, I don't have it. Oh, because I didn't do this here. Oh, no, choose your own. It's not the social media platform that will determine your success. Of course, some other people will say different. The gurus will say they know this, they know. Total respect to them. But this is what I believe. I don't have to be on everything. Because once you begin to think, is that social media platform that opened the door for you? Hello, or when you say, I'm trusting the process, when did you start trusting God? What process? What if the process is the wrong process? You don't trust processes. You trust God. And however it happens, it happens. Ask Zainab. She's winning. Left, right, center. She's just winning. All right. So, yeah. Okay. I'm sure I've gone into a few things there, but here you go. Zainab says a lot of sense. Oh my, I just had a conversation with someone and I said the diagnosis was based on science. So what the doctor told him to do is based on science, but I didn't think it was right spiritually. That's a different way. So as I was reading a particular book, I think You Are the Placebo. This woman said, he's one of the people that attended Dr. Joe Dispenza's program. He said, just dawned on me that I can I can influence my genes to express differently. So she said, I could influence my genes to grow new bones because there was something wrong with her leg. I can influence but science said the doctor said they were going to put a steel rod in her leg, and her father insisted that she goes to seek other opinions. I want a second opinion. I want a third. She got like 5, 6, and only one doctor said, "Yeah, you can get that steel rod. They use it to join the bones, whatever." Because she was on crutches, then eventually she was on a wheelchair, and she was unstable from the age of 19. But he said, "But your bone will begin to deteriorate above and below the steel rod. So you're still going to have more trouble." It's one of the reasons I steer clear of medicine. I don't want side effects. I don't like it. If you're going to give even supplements, I don't use supplements. I don't use vitamins. I will find it in my food, period. If it's not in my food, I don't want. So I just bought a whole bunch of ugu leaves and I made me vegetable soup. I used to buy because I don't want to go out to shop. I do with tete, I do, and then I did okra. I've now found out that ewedu is an amazing plant, good for our bodies. So I'm going to get that too and make it and eat well. Not that I don't eat sweets, not that I don't eat cake, but the bulk of my eating is where I'll find my supplements, fiber. Because I take what's it? Multivitamin Centrum. Somebody actually gave me a bottle of 250 and I brought it along with me to Nigeria. I've done it before and stopped, done it before and stopped because my belly just gets hard. Me that I do number one and number two in the toilet on a daily. On a daily, I clear out my bowels every morning, usually twice in the morning before 7 a.m. Oh, I said, no, I can't be going about with a swollen hard belly. You're not doing anything for me. I do it normally. I drink a bottle and a half of this or 2 liters every day before I go out. At least 1 liter will be in my body before I work out. So hello, I can't be doing all that nonsense. And so I steer clear of it. So what science is saying, Zainab, is yes, the doctor told him what to do, but you can heal your body. Today I said I can send, I can influence my genes to produce hair on my head. I said that to myself today. I can influence my genes to, it's the same thing that's happening while I am working out, because I know you can influence your body to slim down. You can. But while I enjoy working out, I enjoy step aerobics, floor aerobics, walking, jogging. I enjoy movement. I love it. And when I'm working. I enjoy movement in my brain as well. Like I'm learning new things. But if all they're waiting for is all that the doctor, go ask doctors today, they will say that while you are using your medication, you should believe it is going to work for you. It's not just use medication. The doctor said, believe it. Your belief is paramount. It's not just going to happen. Like Apostle Salman said, your mind is set and your belief system will work for you. Ooh, I was meditating this morning and I heard something. I heard, do you know that your belief system installs what you believe into your DNA? It installs it. As in, when you install software on your laptop, it installs on your DNA, and so your behavior is according. And your beliefs are a function of your thoughts. So you think and say, yes, this is the truth, and that's it. Somebody comes to tell you now, Satan is Jesus. You have a belief system, all of us or some of us. I say, no, that's not true. And nobody is going to shake you from what you believe. So I'm not saying don't use drugs. Oh, please. And the doctors are not all wrong. They are just maybe incomplete in certain things, because there are people who use their medication, but their thinking stinks. And so they die anyway. Apparently, amongst doctors in the cancer research area, they say, who do we kill first, the disease or the person? It's always the question. When they meet, who do we kill first? Do we kill the cancer or do we kill the person? Because they don't have an answer to cancer. But I know people who have been healed of cancer. I also know people who the cancer was in remission, she was working with me, her thinking changed, and she went back into hospital because she started worrying about how come her husband is treating her that way. Oh, he's having another affair. I said, leave this man alone. Please move forward. It's your life. She died. And I went to see her in hospital. It wasn't funny. She had gone funky in her mind. She called me, whispered to me, oh my God, Kemi, talk to the nurses. They want to kill me. They were helping her. Private hospital help, everything. Every gadget table was around her. 3, 4 nurses around all the time. They want to kill me. They want to kill me. Studying galaxies and all the science around it deepens my understanding of how great God is. I'm telling you, a friend of mine did the same thing. He said, I have to look for it to say what he just suddenly said. He said, Kemi, look at the number of galaxies in space. What is the size of God? And that is what we are limiting ourselves from. You are involved with this God. You are connected to him. You are one with him. And you are thinking, oh, I just want 100,000 naira a week. Are you crazy? How can you want 100,000 naira a week? The only reason you will get 100,000 naira a week is because that's how you think. I've just joined a coaching program. And so we can all write in the whatever the platform. And this guy goes, one of us, and we can all see what we all write. And one of us goes, oh, you are supposed to set 3 goals and then tell us why. And there are 3 whys. Why you set a goal, you want to make 100 million naira in a year. Why? You say the why. And then they ask the why of that first why. Then they ask the why, sorry, of your answer. Then 3 whys. So you answer. And this guy wrote his why, wrote his goals. And one of them is he wants to make $100,000 in a year. And they said, why? He answered the why. He said, because he's going to make, he needs it for his project. However, the project he wants to get into is going to cost 3 times $100,000. But he said he wants to make 100,000. But he says he's going to his project, because he said, I need it for the project I want to do. But the project will cost 3 times. So nobody had made comment. So I made comment. I said, so why are you setting a goal for $100,000 when you need $300,000? I said, I beg, change it. That's how I wrote. I said, I beg, change it. I don't know if he's seen it or I don't understand. But when you ask, they say, $300,000, because you have dumbed down to your carnal existence. Me, $300,000. One of my goals is I want to make £1 million in 3 months. And this whole coaching program is 3 months. Before I was going to write like $100,000, but my heart was not beating that way. I said, I know I'll be, but I thought, $1 million. But as soon as I wrote it and I did the whys, I said, I know. I knew it was, to think is to, as a man thinks in his heart, that word thinks, I've told you, means a door, a port, an opening. I had opened to it immediately. Ideas on how that can happen. Then £1 million £1 million just looked tiny. I said, oh, I work with this organization, they pay me $300,000. That's just 3 clients, and I'm almost at $1 million. I said that's small, but until you Open your heart to it. Then I have $100,000 consultancy, and I've sold it to one person, but the person didn't buy it. She owns a place where she builds houses here in Nigeria. And she said she read all the things I sent to her, but I didn't put the price. She said, "But you have not told me how much this is." So I could see that she was interested. Otherwise, she would not have come back. And I told her it was $100,000, and we work with you in 14 days. We are done and dusted. 14 days. We are finished, and you must do what we say. Otherwise, we are not working with you. But we can work with you beyond those 14 days, but you pay for it. My people. She said, how much? I said $100,000. So me too, I stepped back. I stepped back and I thought, oof, let me not do $100,000. Let me just say, let me keep quiet. And I've kept quiet. I spoke to two people I wanted to consult with me who consult in different, and then I had a meeting with those people. And the way it came across to me was, one, they didn't have the faith I had. It was obvious. And they said, who are you serving? And so they went into the secular, who are you serving? Who is your avatar? How will you do? And I didn't have answers for any of that. Because frankly, peeps, I don't need the answers. I don't need the answers. I just need to get going. You charge somebody 1.5 million naira to work with you once a month, and you start, and they pay, and you are jittery. What else? What else? Oh, is it? Oh, no, they have to do the work of thought. I'm not jittering. She called last night, and I said, so yes, this, and she started thinking deeper and deeper. She said, oh, is that what I did? Ah, okay, not sure. And don't take yourself for a ride. Don't mess about. So the person that created the galaxies, everybody, the NASA people, hey, they are finding what he put there, and we are doing small. Okay, all right. You better raise those goals. People say, if your goal does not scare you, why should it scare you? Fear has torment. Why should it scare you? Why should your goal scare you? What are you being afraid of? Do you know how you're going to get it? You don't know. So what's the problem? What are you scared of? Is the question. I said, Kemi, what are you thinking? What's your problem? Contact the people you need to contact and start talking. Because without conversations, you don't make a sale. Only if you are so famous, people are referring people to you. And you can ask for referrals. I do. And I get them. God is in everything, including fish, scorpion, serpent, hydrogen, helium, and calcium. There is no science without spiritual. Benny, preach. Thank you, sir. I agree with you, sir. Yes. Dr. Julia, I don't know why everybody's laughing at this point, but I saw the message. I've been seeing the messages coming in, but I'm not going down to them so that I don't get distracted. Yes, 100% so true. Choose your own. It's true. Yes, good. Yes, laughter makes good like medicine. Laughter, yes, food is medicine. Some, not, well, yeah. Well, the ones God made, not the ones we have. Do you know God made lemons, but humans modified a fruit and we now call it lime? I said, pardon? Because you can modify anything, put crap in it. Hey, in Genesis, the Bible said, eat of the trees. I believe that was profound. There's so much in trees. Oh, yes, that Apostle Sermon's message was epic. Thank you for that. I've listened to it two more or three more times. Don't just take one. Learn. Oh. So my question was, before the network threw me out, I honestly don't know what my purpose is. In trying to find it, I wrote down a list of things I do well: organizing, speaking, helping, turning nothing into Kabbalah Yakada. That nothing to something is beautiful. I love that. You don't even have to add anything to that sentence. Turning nothing into something beautiful. Wow. Even if you stop that, turning nothing into something, it's beautiful. Into something beautiful. Okay. Well, yeah, turning nothing into something beautiful. EJ, fabric, a house, a person, an event. Huh? You do all that? So how do I know which is? Aside making, in Nigeria, we say aside. Okay. It should be aside from, not asides, aside from without the S at the end of asides, aside from making heaven and helping others achieve the same. I like that. Okay, I will answer. Uh, 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 you cannot talk, you mean, Dr. Atiba. Okay. All right. So, okay. So let's answer your purpose. I heard something. What was I reading or listening? And the person said that people are saying that this is their purpose. I can't quite remember how she put it, but I have to think through it. So I'm not even going to share it. Aside from, yes, ma'am. So thank you, ma'am. So I believe that I have many gifts myself. So one of the reasons I talk, as long as I talk and I can talk with ease without, is because I know that's a gift. I've never been to a speaking school or whatever they call it, all those things. I am gifted with it, so I use it. So I have 3 speaking engagements between this month and 2 in November. Yeah. I just got one recently, but I should pursue that some because I love talking and people don't really get what I'm saying if I'm not talking. So for me, videos are key. My words, I can do audios. So I have a podcast which I need to look at again. I have quite a few. Go and find where it is because Spotify moved from Spotify to Riverside FM. I don't know where my stuff is again, but I'll look for it. Yeah. So if you can use it, then use it. I can speak. I like to create programs because ideas just come to me like that and I go, yeah, I can do this and I can do. I can create a program here seated. I can create using an acronym or just, oh, okay, this person was talking about this. Organizing is not one of my, no, I need a PA. I cannot be organizing anything. It's not my strong. Let me just create it. Go and type it. I touch type. I taught myself to do that. So I can create it. I can write books ad infinitum. I can just be writing, but go ask me to edit it. Okay, I will. But that's why I talk my book. So I can do many things. When I was younger, I could help the earth do this, do that, but I wasn't speaking that much then. I wasn't I can organize somebody else's house. I can organize my room because I need to organize my room. It must be done. But I would rather get somebody doing that. I was in the kitchen on Saturday and I cooked for 5 hours because I make things in bulk and put them in the fridge and I freeze and I don't want to go back to the kitchen spending hours. So I just want to heat it up, eat and go. But I don't exactly enjoy cooking like I used to. I will do it if I need to, or if I have a guest, my birthday in July, I was not cooking anything. I didn't boil water. I invited people, a handful or 2 handfuls. I said, please bring something. I said, if you can't bring water, I bring a drink or bring a meal. I, they brought, and it was just in little bits because about what 15 of us, 12, I don't, people brought, and I didn't cook a thing. I didn't order either. The person I ordered from a friend, she brought more than I asked for, and it was there. They didn't finish it. The freezer was full. So you don't have to do what you don't want to. I think what you need to look at is one, I'm sure you know your purpose, but I don't want you to be hung up on purpose, the word. What's the purpose of this phone? Many purposes. Many purposes. Many. You can do videos, you can take pictures, you can talk into it, you can use before it just used to be a phone. Talk to me, I dial talk. But many people use it as a mirror gun when we are putting a lipstick on, you put it on. You just put yourself on camera and use your lipstick. Many purposes, but primarily so we can communicate. So what has God called you to do? Because for me, what God has come to do is to teach the fine art of how to think. So I don't go outside of that. You want me to speak is about how to think. If you want me to dance is about how to think. Because I'll be looking, why did you move the left leg? No, what were you thinking before you moved that left leg? So don't get hung up on it because it's it's just tradition. we've just created all this stuff around us, and they are choking us, and we think we've got to be exactly what all those things are saying. You're too free. You are for this purpose, for freedom. Did Christ set us free for freedom? So you will be free. Don't be don't stuck up. And you've got to, and the way to ensure you are not messing up, I mean, is to keep talking with people who have answers or know what the people you think. Not everybody says I'm a coach. That's a coach. You know that by now. Or you're because I am 20, I'm now 60 years old. I'm smart. No, it doesn't follow. And I think something that you should be aware of is if you are listening to people like me, make sure I am also listening to other people. If I'm just coming with it, I know what I'm doing. And I don't mention I have a mentor, or I'm not ever saying I read something, or steer clear. Don't move near me. I'm not good news if I don't have people I also learn from. What's your favorite color? Blue. I like various shades of blue, but the one that tends to come to me is not exactly navy. It's if you look at my profile, the background on WhatsApp of the picture that beautiful gentleman created for me is the blue. So when my I was creating somebody wants to talk to me. Sorry, I can't talk now. When I was creating my settings, even to get the color of my for my logo or whatever it is, the colors will come out of you. So I have gold, then there's something she calls like not fuchsia, it's blue, black, white. At the beginning, I thought I was just red. But when I wear red, I'm told my skin pops. I don't know what that means. Never known. I wear any color of anything I like. If I like it, I wear it. If somebody buys it for me, I think this was bought for me. What I'm wearing now, I wear it. Only if it doesn't fit, it's too small, or it's just a bag, a sack. But and I can wear socks, is what our brothers are anyway. I wonder why you asked that. Okay. But it's blue and gold and a few other things. Absolutely. Primary purpose will help. Phone is primarily for communication, but for mirror camera recording, yes, correct. So I think you can just ask God. Easy life, soft life. Wait, girl, you got that. Honestly, you can save your money and order online. Honestly, I was saying to my brother, I think it's actually cheaper to order online than to go to the superstore or market or whatever, because they are paying for the building, they are paying their staff, and they've put all that money in every product. So I said, no, I'm not going there again. I will buy online because their overhead is small. It's their delivery drivers and one or two people, the admin. And I found it to be cheaper, much cheaper. Okay, I've answered. All right. Any other questions, comments? I take a life, soft life. I don't know why I shouldn't. I've never been that like that before. I used to think, no, I must suffer. If I want something, I must say I only want a small bit. That's how I've always been till not too long ago. Say, yes, please, I want it. Yes. Yes, I want how many? 5 or 10. Yes, I need somebody to come and clean the house. Thank you very much. Yes, come. Yes. And I'm in the house. When we had the carer, there are certain places as part of her work, she would clean wherever mom would go. So that included the living room, the dining room, and mom's room. That's it. Don't clean anywhere else. And the kitchen. But this particular carer was just top notch. And so I think she went beyond the call of duty in something she did. She was also supposed to cook, but I didn't like many of what they cook. Mom taught us to cook, and it was good. I know how to cook. So I cooked in bulk. So sometimes I'd be there morning till night cooking these different meals and then put them in bowls and then freezing them. So the carer just has to take a bowl for herself and mom, and she eats. And so I was saying that for a reason. So since mom has gone, I clean, but at my pace when I'm ready. I'm not doing everything every day. If living room, okay, okay, I need to sweep. I don't do it every day. I see people bend over, sweeping, cleaning, enjoy. Somebody will come and do that every day. Me, it's work. I don't like work. Maybe you guys like work. Oh, it's okay. I don't like work. Yes. So I'm chilling. Chika suggested some help. Chika, I'm coming. I'm working on something. So I'll come back to you. And I was like, I was like shocked, like she's offering this. Says somebody else also offered, like, I'm going to write 35. I said, and she was definite. I said, wait, when you think about something, expect to get it too. I said, In the past, I said, oh no, 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 yes, please. And she said, so what would you like? I said, you create the titles. I wasn't going to do that. Then when you send me the titles, then I'll give you pointers. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Life is simple. When we share it, it's easy. When it's just you slugging, slugging, slugging. I have to do this. I have to do that. All right. Any other questions? So I'll wait for your questions, but there's something that's really uh just it's just how do I say this? It's just beautiful. It was when I was reading the book of Proverbs. That's how I learned how to think, yeah. I use the Bible helps me a great deal. So I was reading, it was Proverbs 10, verse 4, 8. I made 4 pages of notes. Sometimes I look at myself and I'm thinking, eh? I'm looking for the date, because once I write the date in the morning, that's it for the rest of that part of my journal. So if I want, because I think it's important, I write the date of when I found something out. And it was Proverbs 10, verse 4. I wanted to know the meaning of a word because I have it's the same word that's used in Proverbs 21, verse 5. Please, can somebody tell me the scripture where it says, and you should let the word of God dwell in you richly in all wisdom and spiritual understanding. Please type it in the chat. Because if you don't, it is the bulk of what you know that you think on. Is whatever you know that you think on. You cannot digest food you have not eaten. You cannot think on what you do not know. So if what you know is Nollywood movies, that's what you think, that's how in that movie, that man went to marry another woman. It's a Nollywood movie. It's a 316, thank you. It's a Nollywood movie. If is that is a movie, is that truth for you? But that's what you are constantly listening to, and that's what fills your mind. Then we have issues because Nollywood movie is not truth. It is truth that you should think on. Yes, thank you, Silas. Thank you. Wow, I actually wrote it well. Probably didn't write it, probably copied and pasted. Smart guy, smart guy. So so I saw in Proverbs 10, for he becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. Yeah, and I learned from an elderly gentleman, an older gentleman, he's not elderly, older gentleman, that Kemi, stick to the KJV, because then you can look at original words. And then after that, you can look at other translations. CJB says, complete Jewish Bible, idle hands bring poverty, diligent hands bring wealth. That word diligent is the same word in Proverbs 21, verse 5. That he that makes haste, 21:5. Bear with me. It says, the thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but of everyone that is hasty only to want. The thoughts of the diligent. So I just told you about 10:5, 10 Proverbs 10:4, right? He becometh for that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. The meaning of that word diligent, in the Hebrew, right, means, I write it all out of the because I don't want to have to open another book to look for water. I want to open just my journal, like, and once this is almost full, this just was left here. Once it's gone, I number them and I go to the next one. I don't stop. So I say, oh, I'm looking. I already have one waiting for me. So diligent is the word. It means the okay. Forget the passive participle. Properly incised. INCISED, the same word from which we get incision or incisive. Come and see me on the dictionary yesterday, and the concordance and the etymology dictionary. You've got to understand these things listen to why this is important. Properly incised or active incisive, hence as a noun masculine or feminine, a trench as dog, when you dig a trench. Gold as mind is describing what it means to be incisive, to dig a trench, to mine as you mine for gold. A threshing sledge having sharp teeth. A sledge, a threshing sledge. So when you thresh wheat, you hit on it, tum, tum, tum. You want soft life. So do I, bro. You hit on it until there's something my brother bought. It is called dabunama. It is uh that's in Hausa. I thought I had to work hard for everything. Yeah, bro. It is dabunama. It is oh, what's that? Dried meat. The one that's flat. You all know it. Yeah, yeah, shredded beef. No, but they call it something. It starts with K. Kilishi. Yes, that's what this is. He went to Abuja. Yes, Kilishi. He went to Abuja and they had it all wrapped up. Then there's another one that he bought. Let me show it to you. Look at it. It is pounded and dried. It looks like cotton wool. Oh, please, people. So I said, what is this? He said it's meat. I said, what did they do to it? He said they pounded it and it is delicious. Then he bought the kilishi as well, flat, big, his some folder, and it's delicious, both of them. So that is like a threshing sledge. But he says a threshing sledge having sharp teeth. This is who the diligent is. But the hand of the diligent, the one that goes deep to dig for mine, digs a trench, uses a sledge. It's not just a threshing sledge, but it has sharp teeth. So it does the work. So the meat I just showed you that looks like cotton, they had pounded it. So it doesn't even look like meat. It's figuratively, it means determination. When we are talking about thinking, and it says the thoughts of the diligent, the same word, the thoughts of the diligent, it also means eager. Then it uses other words, decision, diligent, fine gold. That's how I wrote the book Grace, Grit, and Gold. Hey, it dawned on me. Then then the etymology of it is slashing, cutting with a sharp edge from Old French. It's a medical term. Invasive, effective, and directly from the medieval Latin incisivus, from Latin incis. In fact, the word the word in is en Oh, I wrote it. I wrote it. It means to cut through, to cut open, to cut into. The I N part of it means into, in, on, upon. The en equals the in incisive. Then the incisive comes from seder, combining the form of seder, incisive, to cut. So to cut into, to strike. When you say we struck gold, yes, Dan Bunama, exactly. To strike gold, meaning the act of cutting into, and they start using this word from the 15th century. Do you know the next word that came to me? This is about thinking. So you can't be thinking on the surface. That's what I'm telling you. You can't be saying, I believe God for 3 months, 3 weeks. Every day I went. What? It's like saying I'm looking for gold. We are going to mine for gold. And you know, gold is not on the sidewalk. It's not slightly underneath the soil, like 2 inches below soil. You know, and that's how you want to be thinking. And then you're expecting to find gold. I've never known. So from oh, let me tell you. Do you know what scripture comes to you about going deep like that, about cutting? It actually uses, I think, it uses the word cut. You should know it. I haven't studied it yet. Because when that scripture can say, wait, for the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. They are not the same. And of piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and piercing even to the dividing asunder of joints and marrow. The deepest part of you in physical form is marrow, is not your bone, is in the deepest part of your bone where you get the marrow. Do you think at that level? Do you think where your soul and your spirit are separate, where you know the one that leads is your spirit? He says that, and the sons of God are led by the Spirit of God. That to be carnally minded is death. He doesn't say it's sickness, it's death. And he's not saying death 6 feet under. That's death of the body. It's death of you. You are alive, you are talking, you are smiling, they are sitting next to you in church. Then the pew, you say high five. Yeah, yeah. They are dancing, they are praying with gusto, but they are dead. But to be spiritually minded, that's your thoughts are spiritual. Minded is life and peace. And that word life is sweet, the life of God. So when you are thinking spiritually, the life of God, depth of thought, and not just the depth, but you be incisive, you cut through. I got to a point where when I was studying this yesterday, it took me hours in the morning, till afternoon, in fact. I said, wait. That means there isn't anything I cannot do. Literally, there isn't anything I cannot do. The only reason I've not done is because I've not thought deep enough. Ash. So when I heard this morning, I was meditating. It was like 4:45. Do you know that your belief system installs what you believe into your DNA? Your DNA is in the nucleus of every cell of your body. It is not the cell. And it is that DNA that is found in genes. So your belief system is a function of the thought you have gathered. And the thought you gather is dependent on the information, the knowledge, or the data you have. People like me can never move from here. We will never be strong. This is what our culture says. And that's why many years ago, I found out, at least over a decade, 2 decades ago, at least, if not more than that, because my kids are in their early 30s. I found out that it's a scary thing to be a parent, because what are you teaching them? Hey, hey, what are you depositing in them? This write up I sent to you in the podcast, Dr. Tansy, they did, young man, they did an experiment to show how genes work. And so they got male rats, and they would bring cherry blossom, the aroma of it, it's a sweet smell. They bring it into their cage and then hit their feet with a chain. And they would do that, bring the cherry blossom, hit their feet. Till the rats, every time they smelled cherry blossom, they were afraid because they thought they would feel pain. Then they caused them to mate. They had babies. Their babies, they brought cherry blossom. The babies ran. They didn't touch them, they didn't hit them. The babies ran. They ran from their aroma. Like, what's that? What's that? What's that? Why? Because what is inside daddy, he has passed to the children. Let's be careful. We have children. Oh, yeah, screaming, shouting. Yeah, I die. Shh. Calm down, calm down. Because your parents shouted, my mom shouted, so I had to start shouting. It took me years, at least a decade and a half to calm down. That's by the time they were 15, 16. Hello, calm down. That's not how it works. And then he referred to parenting. He said, you see your child doing something. He said, stop it. No. He said, no, observe. Don't tell them to stop. Observe. Oh, really? Explain to me why you're doing that. Really? Okay, okay. And then work with the child and bring out the truth and the right thing to do. Because what you are passing down to them is the shouts and the screaming. They go and sit in your room, you are grounded, you're not going anywhere. Who is that boy? Hey, you went to sleep with that girl. See how we pass things down. But he pointed out that you can actually change the expression of your gene through thought. You need to listen to that podcast. He just brought it together and more. Talked about Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, how you can create, you are the placebo, means you can think in such a way that your body begins to create chemicals that ward off sickness. I've started doing it for my mouth. In one day, in a couple of hours, pain that subsides. I will show you when the tooth grows back. Because you can get genes to grow. Yeah. You play. There isn't anything you can't do. And they have found it takes 60 days. Now, I'm not interested in how many days it takes. All I'm interested in is it works. Because some people want to tell them 60. Oh, I have people like me. I have to wait that long. I don't want to wait. I just want to keep going. I want to keep going. So when you think from today, it must be incisive. It must go slow and steady. You don't stop. You want to earn £1 million. I didn't put dollars on purpose. In 3 months. And we know thoughts are things. You go there. You go there. You see the people you are working with. You see the amount on the table. And you say, it's going to cost you £1.5 million for me. And they don't shake. They don't quit. And you keep going. You keep going. The thoughts of the diligent, the incisive thinker tends only to plenteousness, as in abundance. And what did he say in 10:4? So you can see, then he says the word of God. Oh, let me take it to the strong. The word of God is sharp. Yes. Hey, I've not checked it yet, because sometimes when I study, I'm like, fool. Oh, this is a lot, God, thank you. And I just chill and I rest. Piercing, piercing, oh, piercing, piercing. I haven't seen it before, so I'm going to read it. To reach through, that is penetrate, pierce. Ah, Hey, that the word of God pierces. This is Hebrews 4:12. The pierce in that. If you don't know scripture, that where is it? That it's the truth that Silas wrote. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly. Richly. You know, when somebody is rich, they have plenty, abundance, crazy much. In all wisdom, it's not just richly, but the wisdom must be there. So exercise yourself in the what's that word? In the digestive process of thought, and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, not voice. I'm the lead singer. So singing with grace, the influence of God on your heart, the influence of God on your life and his reflections. The influence of God on your heart and his reflection on your life. That's the meaning of the word grace from 2 Corinthians 9:8. And God is able to make all grace, not some grace, not sit down and think that God is able to make the divine influence upon my heart, I think, and its reflection in my life. Reflect. You look in the mirror and you are reflecting the reflection of the divine. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just sit down and think on truth. Don't play. Don't be saying I'm thinking, it didn't work. How big do you want your conglomerate to be? Or is it just one small business? You should be angry. Like Pastor Abayomi said, Ayobami said, God that made galaxies. And you are doing shin, shin, shin. We got 100K in Naira. Or even 1 million. I'm rethinking the 1.5 million per month. It's just for 2 sessions, 45 minutes. I'm rethinking it. You should go to 3 million because I can. I can. And because of the value of what I bring, it will totally turn you right side up, shake you first, then bring you back together and say, this is what I'm capable of. Huh? Galactical thinking. So what are we waiting for? Sit in your room. Then I had to ask a question. I said, why do surgeons, because they talk about making incisions, they don't just chop, 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 chop. They talk about surgeons making incisions. They are incisive. I looked at the dictionary meaning of incisive. Um, etymology. Diligent. Incisive in the dictionary means penetrating. The same word as piercing, cutting, biting, trenchant. This is from dictionary.com. Then I wrote this. This means thinking incisively means going past. That was another thing I got. Ooh. It means going past all the junk and obstacles in the way. So one cuts through all the by the way stuff and strikes the exact target, making one most effective. This is what meditation does. This means meditate, which is to think deeply, means to go past all the bits that do not matter, like your physical environment, your material environment, the government making this law and somebody stealing. You don't join them, you supersede them, you are over them, you are more than a conqueror. You don't join them. Hey, it's Nigeria. What? You mean you are a pilgrim on this earth? You are passing through. You are not of this world. You can't behave like them. That's carnal thinking. You go to the market, you give change, you don't. Unjust scales clearly states that the Lord hates them, and we do it. We cheat people. Looking at them like this, we are praising. Hey, every time it talks of evil, the evil with this, it mentions the righteous with that, especially in Proverbs 11. This the wicked, then the righteous. The wicked, then the righteous. It's always good for the righteous. So why do you want to do? They will steal it. Let me, I dare you. In fact, I will invite you because I'm going to reap 7 times. 7 times. Is that not what it says about the parable of the seed, the sower? Then when you sow on good ground. Oh man. Galactical thinking. That one just came. It had galactical ending with an L. Thinking incisively. Galactical. I'm sure somebody else has said it. I'm sure if you Google it, you will find galactical thinking. Can't be me. Galactical thinking. Galactical thinking. Is there galactical limitless funds limited? Flutter wave. In fact, there is a whole book. Galactical thinking is a graduate's blueprint. It describes 4 stage strategies you can employ to change your job searching methods. Hello? Galactical thinking. Isaac Pomboloka. There is a whole video on it. Somebody has done a video. Hotel Galactic. There is a whole book by Isaac Polo. Look at it. There's a whole book. These are the sort of things I go and look for and I purchase. Galactical thinking. Can you see it? No, sorry. I've moved it. This is it. You can read before you buy books. Check award-winning author of Limitless. He's the same guy that wrote Limitless. You are limitless. You have no limit. You put that on yourself. Yes, it has to do with galaxies. Yes, that's why I got. It's what you said, Dr. Ayobam. Limitless. Why do you put limits? Then you say, oh, people are rich. And then you go and follow them and go and copy the way they did it. I used to do that. And I was wondering why I was not getting the same results they were getting. Let me go and find the book. Thoughts create your life. The hero she wants. Thoughts create your life. My goodness. Oops. That's a video. Thoughts create your life. Visit Galactical Thinking Hard. I beg, why isn't it showing here? Why is the Galactical? It's not allowing me to go further. Okay, he puts it on. It's galactic. He didn't call it galactical. He called it galactic thinking. Strategic ways to end your job search. He's talking about jobs. This is indeed a blueprint for graduates and job seekers. Are you playing? Galactic thinking, strategic ways to end your introduction. Galactic refers to things that are in the universe of the galaxy. The galaxy is a collection of millions of stars, each with different shuttles. The mindset of pulling him or her down has caused businesses to fail. Let us support each other. We cannot solve any problem using the same way of thinking we had when we created it. Technology is at the root of wiping out jobs that human beings occupied. Things are changing at a faster rate. Hence, we need a new way of doing things, or else we will face extinction. No matter how fast the world and everything around us changes, some skills are as resistant to change as dinosaurs. Creativity, critical thinking, personal governance, social intelligence, and energy management are the skills that will give us the ability to adapt quickly to changes that the world presents to us. Being trapped in your own illusions of comfort is so detrimental to the growth of any form. Growth and comfort are north and south poles. If you aren't feeling any discomfort, you aren't growing at all into your long. This is on LinkedIn. He wrote this on LinkedIn. Wow. Wow. And he has a club called Smart Versity Club on WhatsApp. And he's not Nigerian. He's from Africa somewhere. And he's the author of Limitless. Can you see? This is how I find things. Orderlessness. Eshe. God bless you. God bless. And I didn't finish reading it, so it's very long. God bless you. Yes. Yes. Limitless. But those are just words to many of us. I had a potential client. He lives in Texas. So we had the first call. And she said, um, she was telling me all the issues at work. Da, 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 da. And the more she thought about the issues at work, the more I saw opportunity for her. And I told her, I said, we'll delve into this more in your second session, which is today. I said, but you know, she's been in HR 25 years and they're not doing this right there. I said, you know this stuff and you are in HR. That's the pendulum that determines how an organization swings. It swings, it works, or it swings, it doesn't work. In that, are they hiring the right people? Are they firing the right people? Up to the CEO. You are in that space. I said, Auntie, you can create answers to these issues they have in this organization. You are you are the Odogu, the Ogbologbo, the chief. You are the king. You know it. They don't. So how you come across with that is what matters. It's dependent on how you are thinking. Because the way she was thinking was fight. They didn't let me. I said, hi, Auntie. Galactic thinking. And this is what the last thing I want to say about this. With what this guy was saying, uh, right, about AI technology is going to make some things extinct. If you are not a spiritual thinker, you will believe that about your job. And you start, I need to know AI. I need to know AI. It's not all of us that need to know AI. Is everybody a farmer? Is everybody a doctor? Is everybody a plumber? Is everybody a builder? Is everybody an architect? And then when something new, oh, you all jump on it. No. When you are thinking spiritually, you know what to do. God made AI. We just found it. Your ears are to his mouth. Your heart is filled with truth. I wrote it here today. Oh, see, yesterday. Yes. What truths have created your belief system? What truths make up your belief system? What lies have created your belief system? Especially in these last days. If you are not a spiritual thinker, you are done. You are cooked already. We are just waiting to serve you. You are afraid. Oh, this has happened. When AI came, there is a Christian group, and everybody will say, hey, have you seen that? I was the only one. Nobody replied. I'm used to that now. Before I used to get upset, nobody replied. I said, AI, I'm not moved. I know the maker of AI. He will tell me what to do before AI knows what to do. In fact, AI can be doing some things and right in front of me, these little robots that will sweep your floor and open the door and come and serve you in the hotel. AI, I know what will happen before it comes. I can even think on the truth and command AI without moving from my bed. Yes, it is already enhancing our living experience. But what I'm saying is, please do not live according to AI, because AI is formed by humans who brought all their ideas together, and like ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a combination of different answers on the internet, and it brings it together. It says, according to prompt engineering. That's just another way of saying, tell ChatGPT what you want it to do. We just use all these big words. I didn't understand that first though. So AI will tell you will give you all these answers. There is AI now for those of us in research, that there's chat GPT for research, different AI tools, software that you can use, and it will not be you won't be, what's that word that you that starts with P, you will not be writing things that you didn't write. Is not superior intelligence. Correct, uncle, correct. It is not supreme intelligence. That's what it says on my logo. Supreme thinking for those who dare. Do you dare to say, yeah, $1 billion in 1 year? Do you dare? To think that way. I didn't say do it, think. We're saying think about big money. Dr. Juliet, plagiarism, thank you. Dr. Juliet, this is what I see. Your house, you're working from home, the kids are around you, and you keep working from home, and your coaching business explodes. All of a sudden, you have to hire a team. In fact, you haven't hired a team, anybody running a business. You are not serious yet with your business. You have to hire a team. And I see in your house, and Canadians are knocking on your door. They're calling your phone. We need your help. We need your help. We need your help. And you say, wait, 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 I didn't advertise anything. It's not about your advertisement. It's not about your advertisement. I'm not saying don't advertise, advertise wherever you like. But insight, divine intelligence, in, being incisive with your thoughts, being precise, exact. Why do surgeons have to be precise? Why do they make an incision? I've had a laparoscopy before when I miscarried my first pregnancy, 6 weeks in. I didn't know what it was. I was at work and I was bleeding. So I went to my boss. I said, "Oh, I'm bleeding." She said, "You better go to hospital now." And I went and I was put on admission immediately. They said I'm miscarrying. And they didn't cut me, nada. They just made this incision underneath my navel, tiny, and pulled out whatever was left. Now, why are they making incisions? Why doctors or surgeons making it? Why don't just chop us anyhow? Because they need to be exact. They need to be precise, and they need to go to the exact place where the issue is. Why do you want £1 billion, £1 billion, and be going where there's 100,000, and they be desiring, I really wish I had it. Why are you doing that? And you think you will find it? For years, I've known that I should be working with big men and big women in big places, positions, not just Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 100 companies, the companies that make the most amount of money, the first 100. Correct, Chika. And incisive thinking. You cannot be precise without incisive thinking. If you're all over the place, you will never be precise. Because when I said incision, the next word that came to me was precision. So I went to the dictionary again. I started looking. Plenty, no there. Honestly, when I go to be with the Lord, if all my kids, if they had no house, they didn't get any other legacy, and they just took these books, their lives can't be the same. Read it, all my notes, all the teaching. They don't have to read. If they want to check, just confirm that what mommy wrote is they can go back to the book she got it from. Go into the dictionary, because I write everything. You don't rush around. You don't see surgeons chatting and talking and dancing and trying to be incisive with the. You can't make an incision like that. So now you want to, and you want to say you don't have time to think. You are too busy. Hello, Paddy, where did you come from? Oh, you couldn't. You didn't have the time. I remember I used to wake up at 7 a.m. when I was still, the kids were still small. Then I said, "Oh, I want to read the Bible." And I found out there wasn't enough time before I had to get off school. So I said, okay, 6:30. Till I changed it to 4:30. It's still not enough. I was playing when I said, oh, 7, 6:30, 6, 5:30. That's how I started changing. It's 4:30. It has to be 4:30 to get up. It's not, sit up. And by the time your reticular activity system is used to your body, my body now wakes up. Before my alarm goes off at 3, it wakes. Then I say, okay, no, I'm tired now. At 4:30, I'm coming. Before I know it, it's 4:30. It's like 15 minutes. And okay, let's go. But once you get into it, you're not tired again. That's when I drink my water. That's when I ease myself. That's when I go and do number two, maybe an hour or 20 minutes later. Junk does not, even when I eat junk, it doesn't stay in my body. People, it's your life. Oh. It's not somebody else's life. It's your life. It's your life. And people like Chika and Radeke, you all are still in your 20s. Oh, is Salah still in his 20s? I don't know. But you all who are still young, hmm, catch this matter. Oh, and don't, it's my tissue. Don't mess about. Oh, I put it here. Don't mess about. It is your thinking that will change everything for you. You will know who to talk to. As soon as I wrote that goal, I saw. Immediately, I saw who I need to talk to. And the thing is, when you're talking to multi-billionaires, you are 25. Whoa, Silas. When you're talking to Chika and Radeke, look at him well. Silas, go and check Chika and Radeke out. They might be, you know what I mean? All of you, check yourselves out. Thank you. I'm talking the other side. I'm not just talking about thinking. Dr. Julia, you got me. So you'll be doing like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm okay. I'm a Christian. I beg. Check each other out. Go on social media. Check, check yourself. And I'm going to follow it up. Silas, you are quiet now. You're not saying anything. Radeke and Chika. You are just getting it, Chika. Why is this man? He's saying, okay, man. Divine connection. High five, Dr. Julia. You got it. You got it. Check yourselves out. The person you're to marry might be just right under your koro eye. And if you don't like it, it's okay. You've checked him out. You might all live in different states or whatever. Do virtual dinner on 45 minutes free Zoom. You hear me? Talk, become friends. Because you might be able to help each other. Oh, that please, I need every single person in cohort 2 to write what you do in the group because we can collaborate. Somebody might be able to open a door for you somewhere. Somebody might know something that, please. Radeke, you are Yoruba. Where are you from, Silas? Chika, are you Igbo? Silas, where are you from? Please connect. Don't be saying, Coach Kemi, please connect. We need our young people to marry well. And all of you are into this thinking, Delta Ibo, Oshe. All of you might be in this, you'll be thinking, Silas is a smart guy. I have to say, he's a smart guy. I'm very serious. I don't play. And another aspect of what I do is marriage, relationships. And you can't take me away from there. I don't play. I have a whole group for that. I don't play. No, this is serious, very serious. Don't play. It's being recorded. Got to check you out. I don't know what will happen, but hey, let's see. Let's see. This picture you're looking at, girls, isn't he good looking? He's good looking, isn't he? I know that's not what we all look like when the picture, but I've not seen him on camera yet or video, but I like this, and he does good work, and his thinking is on a level. Oh, I won't even ask if anybody has somebody that. Oh no, Silas, are you already seen somebody? Oh no, that would have been a right way. Oh yeah, answer quickly. Find gentleman. Dr. Julia, I like it. Look, answer me, Silas. Are you already seen somebody? Don't be calling me. Are you already seen? So we tell the girls not to bother. Don't bother. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Are you seeing somebody? I didn't say talk. I just not yet. Did you see? You see, that means not yet. He didn't say no. He said not yet. So there is opportunity, girls. Check that. Of course, if you don't like his face as you are looking at it now, that's okay. Still check him out. What's the matter with you? You can bypass all this face matter. Let the application. Dr. Julia, you're funny. I like it though. You switch to a thinking mode. All of you. Sorry, Silas. It's the way girls do it. This is the way we do it. Because I see Dr. Alfred just said one small something. Pastor Yobami has kept quiet. They're both married, though. They know how these things work. Anyway, power thinking couple O'Shea. Oh gosh, what's the new word? Your steez. Let them see your steez. I had to go to Google. I said, what's steez? Anyway, power thinking couple, man, they will take Nigeria. The state, this. They will take, they will take their state. They will say, ah, what this, who is this couple? What, boy. Some people come and talk and they will talk. You won't even hear because it's not your level. You will call them and say, attend our school. We have a thinking school, come. Because that thing you just say is nonsense. Sit down. Let's help you. That's enough internet for today. But anyway, honestly don't remember what I was saying, and I was saying something about Salah's thinking is on a level, high rated level. It is so. It is, man. This young man, honestly, he's gone. He don't finish. He's not talking at the level of someone that thinks on his surface. He doesn't think surface. He goes deep, but there's just a few things missing, and he's already putting it together and it's coming. As for Chika, let me say Chika. I love the way she talks. And when she writes, she's quite definite. She knows what she wants and she goes for it. She's also fearless to an extent. Then Radhika, I don't know Radhika too much, but I'm going to dig a bit and, check it out. But let me just warn all of you, if there's anything traditional or cultural, and this is how we do it in my culture, just leave the person alone. Leave each other alone, please. Because all that culture is absolute nonsense. It's binding. It will just strangle you and you almost pass out. Silas brought living beyond imagination to the table. Yep, I remember. It's written on his watch, beyond imagination. And when people read things they don't understand, they just bypass it. Like just shh, and they will not know you spoke. So you have a choice. I don't advocate marrying two wives, so you have to choose. Okay, Silas? Great. All right, we're good. So with that said, I think we can go because I'm done. Check each other out. I'm not playing. Check each other out. I'm really not playing. We usually have the person that's for us right here. Just say hello and take it off the group. Please don't be saying hello to each other in the group. I see it. I will ban both of you. Go private and go and talk and just be kind to each other and get to know it. Just in Christendom we don't do it. Just praise the Lord, hallelujah. You want to shake hands, you move the Bible, the other person and you can't can't touch each other. It's so dumb. We don't know each other and we don't talk at this level. So let's go there. Me, I talk. Oh, I go all the way to the bed sheets. I go all the way to the bed sheets. But there is a way to be who you are, being honest, open, clear, just as is, nothing to hide, knowing that God is the standard, not what your parents think or what they do in your culture. Stop it. You keep saying that, Dr. Atiba. Thank you for all you to do. To all you to do. Thank you. You're most welcome. Is that what I'm supposed to say? Anyway, I saw you wrote something similar. I won't mention your name, but I'll call you as soon as we are done so that we can, because I'm supposed to uh, talk about that because you brought it up. You just said in passing and I didn't respond to it. I responded to other things within the same message. So I'm coming to you. Tega, please reach out to me, but give me about, if you can now, Tega's gone. Tega's gone. Okay, I'll reach out to her later. Okay, peeps. Any last words? Sarah, is she still here? Sarah, how was this for you? Mwah, to you too, Zainab. Sarah, how was this for you? Sarah is in
Yes, I'm
Texas.
here. Yeah,
It's very early for her. How was this session for you?
really, really good. I've read that book as a man thinketh, so I just have to to go back and reread it. So the question in my mind on my mind is that does that mean Every thought that passes through our mind is manifested in the physical reality, or thoughts that we consistently dwell on will be manifested in our physical reality.
Every thought, if we follow the law, will be manifest. But let us say you think a stinking thought, like, I want to kill that man. And then you start thinking, that man is a beautiful man, he's a good man, he's a human being. I'm not going to touch him. I forgive him. And you start thinking that, you kill the other thought that you want to kill that man simply by thinking that you will not kill that man. You don't need to start saying, I don't want to kill that man. I don't want to kill, because what you resist will persist. So let's say I don't want this book, but I want this contraption that holds my phone. So I keep pushing the book away because I want this. I'm paying attention to this, and where your attention goes, your energy goes. So I'm pushing it away. Energy, physical energy, spiritual energy, energy in the air, physical energy, because you are paying attention to what you don't want, which is this book. This is not getting any energy, no attention, nothing. So it just stays where it is on the table. And you keep saying, is this I don't want? This, as long as you're resisting, it will persist, and you will keep having what you resist. So when the scriptures say, do not, that when somebody offends you, when he says you heap coals of fire, and he said, by loving him or her, he says, if he asks for your vest, give him your, if he asks for your jacket, give him your vest as well. That vengeance is the Lord's. You don't have to become all nasty and wicked and simply think the word, the truth, and do it. Do it. You will see, you will not be nurturing the bad one, because people talk on learning. Don't waste your time. You're wasting a lot of time doing that, because you're still paying attention to what you don't want. So every thought will be manifest. Yes. If you persist in that thought, yeah, I want to kill a man. Oh, it's sure, it's sure. But if you think it and say, no, or you think, man, God, I've suffered. Oh, how will I come out of this? And you leave that, and then you go, I have come out of this because I'm already more than a conqueror. No weapon formed of fashion. You need to know truth that you are thinking on incisively, not just prating by the steps of Jesus. I'll say, no, 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 no. When I think of the whenever I have the pain in my teeth or my jaw, wherever it is, I go inside like a dentist. I don't know how they go, but in my thinking, I see new teeth growing. That's where I'm spending my time. I'm not going, oh God, it's painful. And there are times when it's painful. There are times when I'm so irritated. I'm saying, when will this end? And I change my thinking. No, this is who I am. I see the two teeth that have been taken out here, bro, brand new teeth. Those are the miracles we are praying, not knowing that, with, like Joshua Selman said, without your mindset and your belief system, these things cannot happen for you. So yes, literally, as a man thinks in his heart, so you see. Literally, thoughts are things. Have I answered, Sarah?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
But a lot of what we talk about here, you've got to go and think again and again and again and again, revisit it, go back, sit down, quiet, think. It's not one explanation or one reading or one, because there's a lot you have to change and focus on it. It's like losing weight. It's like strengthening your core. Your core needs to be strong, flat, firm, muscle. I've been doing this since I had my children now. And I'm still working at it, because I start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. Why? Because my thinking is, I just want to eat now. I don't want to exercise. Once I stop working out and all I do is chop, that's it. I just balloon. But I know a man who drinks whiskey every morning, a whole bottle. I will look for my notes where he wrote what he says every day. And he's 93. He's okay. His beliefs bypass what alcohol can do to his body. That one just blew me. It bypasses what alcohol. Now, I'm not now saying go and be committing something, and be doing silly and be stupid. And sit down and think, alcohol will not kill me, will kill you. I don't have to curse you, it will. Because you are doing, listen, it's like this. If it is a law, it will work, period. If it's a law, it will work. That's all. There is not, God put laws in the earth. So if it's a law, it will work. So if you are thinking it's crazy, it will be crazy. Once you stop thinking it's crazy and then you start thinking it's not crazy, this one will work. So you change. You can be really overweight, or, just, or reduce your weight and be really healthy. It's up to you. You can make £1 billion this month and make 100K, 100 pounds, 100,000 pounds next month. It's up to you. Or you can maintain it. As long as you know it's not impossible, because that's a belief system. Even though you say with God, all things are possible, I am with God. So it's possible for me is a lie. You have not thought incisively. You have not gone there. You're still on the surface. So don't get confused. Just stay with it. It's a law. It will work. It's standard. It's a law. The sun will never make you cold. Will always make you warm. It's a law. The sky stays up there. It's a law. It has to. Any last questions? Please, Silas, Chika, Radike. Meet. Silas, you can't be talking to someone. I'm coming. Hold on. Let me talk to you. Focus. A woman wants focus on her. It's not on this and this. One by one. If they both come at the same time, or you want to talk to one of them, and I don't believe in the man should come and talk to me. And if you want to talk to him, pick up the phone and talk. It's not a big deal. A man shall find a wife, be in his face, so he will find you, his wife. Not, oh, I can't. I'm going to sit down there. Do you know how long it takes, guys, these days? It takes an age. Salas, am I not correct? I don't know why it takes you guys so long. What are you doing? We see, we like, we move. But the rest of you, or the religious girls who say, no, he has to come to me. If he doesn't come to me, you sit on there. The one that's bold and I mean, she moves in, and a guy can't be doing, well, they can do many, but we believe God that they know Jesus. So you move. What are you saying, my goodness? You just move straight. Capture what you want. If he says, I'm not interested, or you don't like something, that's fine. You keep moving. Keep moving. It's not by force. Keep moving. And I think, but no, you don't have to be violent. I mean, hey, if it's yours, it's yours. Salas, if she's yours, she's yours. I don't know which she. It might not be any of these two. It might be somebody else, but you know what I mean. Silas, make up your mind. All right. I mean, and please, young man, be straight up. Don't string anybody along. Just okay, I like you. I like the way you talk. Okay, I don't like dark women. I like fair women. You are dark, not interested. You are fair. I like dark women. You are fair. I'm not interested. Just be straight up. Don't play. If I hear that silence that you play there, I will appear in your dreams. I'm telling you, I will woundure you. That's wound and injure together. By the time I'm done with you, you will wonder whether I was internet. Julia, it's really. Yeah, I think she loves the relationship thing like I do. We should team up and get it going. Ooh, everybody read what Silas wrote. I won't play my. Ooh, this is a catch, girls. Ooh. Let me see. Anyway, girls, talk to me because I have some inside info about him. I can give you. You know how we girls are, I'll give you the info. I'm not going to give it from you. I will give you because it might show you only the good part. I will give you the info. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I think that's enough about of this relationship seminar. You have a great day. Talk to me whenever you want to. I'm on the other end of the phone. Kinikachi calling you. Zainab okay, Kinikachi at work, so I'll call you in the evening. Also, I'm no playing. Otherwise, you just stay the fracture. Come home with I'm
Is it
telling you.
possible, please, ma'am, is it possible we can have access to the replay to rewatch in our
Yes,
future?
yes. I put last Saturday's there last night after you joined the group. And
Okay.
so these two will come. Yeah. I always put it there. And then once you get one, they're all on the same playlist, so you see all the others.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're most welcome, ma'am. So yeah, it's the end of this family relationship seminar. Guys, you're the best. Stay strong. I love you all. See ya. Bye bye. Thank you, Chica. You're most welcome. You're welcome. Dr. Julia, we've got to talk about this matter. This, relationship. We'll connect. Yeah. Go, girl. Bye. You're most welcome. God bless you too. Love you too.